Hello and welcome to the McKelvey Group Training module. We will be training in Excel. In this video, we will be learning about how to use the AND function. The AND function will return as true if two or more arguments are true, and the function will return as false if any one of those arguments are false. In the example provided in this video, we will use a gambling scenario. In this example scenario, in order to win, we will need to roll at least a 4 for each of our game dice. Remember that an argument is like a question. So our overall argument for this example problem would be, did we roll a 4 or more for both of our dice? In order to test this argument, we will use the AND function. To begin, step 1, we want to know if we won on our first roll. Therefore, we will click on the space where we want the answer to our first argument to populate. Then we will type into the formula bar or simply into the cell itself equals, which lets Excel know that we are using a formula, and parentheses D3, which is our first die. Then we will continue with the greater than and equals to symbols and the number 4, since our first die needs to be greater than or equal to 4. Then we will put a comma to separate the arguments, that is, to let Excel know that we are also asking about die 2 in this specific example. So we will then put E3, which is our second die, needs to be greater than or equal to 4, just as we did for our first die or argument. Then we will close out the formula with a close parentheses and hit enter to find out if we won. Unfortunately, on our first roll, as you can see, we did not win since the function returned as false. This is because even though die 1 had a value greater than 4, which was 6, die 2 only had a value of 3, and it would have needed a value of 4 or more for us to win this round. Now, in order to find out if we won on our other rolls, step 2, we would simply click and drag down the right bottom corner of the cell with our first answer. And as you can see, any of our rolls that had a 4 or more for both dice returned as true, meaning we won. But any rolls that had at least one die with less than a 4 returned the function as false, meaning we lost. Again, this shows how the AND function will return as true if two or more arguments are true, or in this example case, both dice had a value of 4 or more, and the AND function will return as false if any one of those arguments are false, or in this case, if either die had a value of less than 4.